So here, Hope, I have got some quite large pictures of people that you might not know, but you'll certainly know what they're associated with, okay? These people are supposed to be one of them is the assumed assailant in the Jack the Ripper case. In other words, one of them is actually supposed to have been Jack the Ripper. These are all the main suspects from the 1888 series of murders, okay? So we have people like Prince Victor Albert, who was Queen Victoria's son, okay? A man called Karl Fennebaum, who I think was German. Aaron Kominski, who is probably in the frame for being the most likely murderer, unless it was Francis Tumulty, who ended up in an asylum. This is William Brodie, who again ended up in a lunatic asylum. This is Dr. Lawrence Larkin, who, because he was a doctor, ultimately had a lot of anatomical knowledge, which was really needed within the murders. This is Sir John Williams, who was the Queen's physician at the time. A bizarre one is Lewis Carroll, that they say is perhaps was the assailant in the Jack the Ripper cases. It might have been Jill the Ripper, in that we have here Eleanor Piercy, who was a deranged midwife at the time. Here we've got Montague Druitt, who survived until the 20th century and was a painter. Another one, Michael Osgood, who's another man who ended up insane, I'm afraid. And here are some other ones. We've got people like James Maybrick. If you remember the Jack the Ripper diaries that came out that proved to be a complete hoax, he was the chap that was supposed to have written those. Sir William Gill, who was another one of the Queen's surgeons. H.H. Holmes, who was a very prolific serial killer in America, but could have actually been in London at the time of the murders. And then we have Francis Russell and Walter Stickett, who's also another artist. Can you please take those? And if you look on the back, we've actually got a list of them. Yeah? And the list is in alphabetical order. Okay, so it's all here. What I'd like you to do, please, I'll turn my back from now on. I don't want to look at you or doing it. I'd like you to actually choose one of these people, but maybe by looking at them that way so you get a good, try and connect with them, yeah? Okay, so choose one of the suspects for Jack the Ripper and move that card to the very back of the pack so you're looking at the list. You're not looking at the picture anymore. You're not looking at the graphic. You're looking at the writing. Okay, you got to the back of the pile, yeah? Okay. You got that?
Yes.
Okay, now make sure it's on the pile, so if I turn around now, I won't be able to see any hint of what you're looking at, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, fine. Now that list that's on the back there, what I'd like you to do is read it out, but don't read it out in alphabetical order. Jump backwards and forwards, maybe start in the middle, start at the bottom, start 2/3 of the way down, third of the way down. Move it about a bit and just read them all out. It doesn't matter if you repeat one, it doesn't matter if you miss a couple, but just read them all out.
Okay. Karl Feigenbaum, H.H. Holmes, Sir John Williams, Prince Albert Vittori, Francis Tumblety, Walter Stickett, William Brodie, Lewis Carroll, Montague Druitt, Sir William Gill, Aaron Kosminski, Dr. Charles Larkin, James Maybrick, Michael Ostrog, Eleanor Piercy, Francis Russell.
I think that's it, isn't it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This is exceptionally weird because the person who you would have thought would have been way, way down the list on the list of Ripper suspects is actually the most famous chap there, and is also the person who I think you have chosen today. From the timbre of your voice, it went a little bit quavery when you got to one particular name, and I think that's the person you chose. Did you choose Lewis Carroll?
I did.
I don't think he was Jack the Ripper, but there again, Hope, we'll never know.